Welcome to Block Chaos Season 10. Believe it or not, here we are, defending champion, spawning in a desert. Maybe some of you haven't heard, so the big news is I did win Best PvPer in the world for the year 2015. The winner is you, Flusemaker, and I was like, wow. I figured, you just get a trophy or something delivered to you by mail, and that was not the case at all. There is a huge ceremony. Oh, someone was cutting trees in this area, and I didn't even realize. Huh. Well, hello, Crafty Lawrence. It's Purple Dino. And I really enjoy temples that have not been explored. Leather. No, I won't find leather in here, but why am I taking bones? Just in case there are wolves. And I don't know if I can ride horses at all, either. I didn't pay attention. Oh, blacksmith. Interesting. Right. Is that another temple? We've found a second temple while looking around for the leather. And we found just a tiny bit of golds in this one. Oh, silver nips! No! No! Where's your corpse? No! I was hearing wood burning, by the way, so that might mean... I hear lava a little bit down there, but that might mean we have a mineshaft somewhere. We have a mineshaft. Oh, yeah! Bahamas are really beautiful. Like, usually in terms of vacation, the Bahamas is not the location I would have chosen. But it's definitely a really good place for the ceremony of Best PvP of the year. That was definitely an appropriate place because you just feel like celebrating. I was surprised at the amount of celebrities that were there. I did not think they would care about Minecraft PvP. Welcome back to Block Chaos Season 10, my friends. So far, what we've talked about mostly are things related to the 2015 Best PvPers Awards. I don't know if you've been keeping up with that type of events, but of course I was declared the winner this year as the Best PvPer of 2015. I'd like to say it was a surprise, but it wasn't really. I mean, I kept up the pretense that I was surprised, and that guys, I never expected this would happen. And I kept up the pretense and everything, but I pretty much knew it was coming. In any case, it's still great. It was a lot of fun. The ceremony itself was It took place in Freeport in the Bahamas. And so I talked a lot about traveling there and how that was. And the travel is a lot less pleasant than the place, let me tell you. That's like... I suppose everyone who travels by air keeps cross-confirming this. But it's just a fact. It has become rather unpleasant to travel by plane. And when there was a time where the only unpleasant part really was the plane ride, if you will, unless you're one of the people who, okay, oh, I didn't see the border thing. If you're one of the people who, just are completely impervious to motion sickness or changes in air pressure or any of that type of stuff. If you're completely impervious, you're obviously you're gonna have a great time. But otherwise, a lot of people just, they were never they were never the biggest fans of the air travel. But the airport experience itself now has become just really unpleasant. Really unpleasant. But otherwise, the Bahamas themselves, beautiful place. I only stayed there for 2 nights. And really, the first day, I didn't actually have time to visit much of anything. And the second day was mostly events surrounding the ceremony, so I didn't get a lot of time to, any time really to speak of, to visit Freeport itself, except like the beaches, which are a must, of course. But otherwise, like I didn't really get any time to see any other the other places. And I was surprised, as I said last episode, at the amount of Hollywood celebrities that attended the event. You know, because you figure like, oh, this is for YouTubers. This is for either for YouTubers or for Minecraft players, or you know, you don't expect the celebrities to show up. Period. You just, like the Spanish Inquisition, you just don't expect them to show up to that kind of stuff. And they were there in droves. Notably, Hugh Jackman. No idea what he was doing there. And he did admit to me that he actually has never played Minecraft. He has never PvP'd. He does not watch YouTube videos. Oh, ain't that something? Ain't that a little slice of something? Basically, Hugh Jackman does not do anything related to this at all. But he did mention that his agent highly, highly recommended attending the event regardless for networking and all that type of stuff. So I do imagine that a lot of the celebrities that, you know, I was wondering what they're doing, what are they doing there? What are they doing here? Why are they here with, you know, the best Ginger who was there as well, and a few others. I won't name everyone because sadly not everyone could attend because only the winners got the free tickets. And I think, like, I didn't ask because it's kind of awk, but only the people who won various awards. And the awards were not limited to just Best PvPer of 2015. So I was not the only laureate of the evening. You know, there were categories such as Best Editing and all that stuff. You can Google for the complete list of prizes and winners. I trust that you know, you're able to use Google at this point, right? I mean, we are on the internet currently. In any case. Yeah. Let me take the time right here to dig a little more iron. What am I on iron? Yeah, because I'm gonna need an anvil, you see. And I'm gonna need to start getting those enchants. Alright, but now that we have all this stuff, we're gonna set up more furnaces. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. And okay. Okay, that's it for that. Okay, I will want to go get that coal in a moment. Let me get rid of some crap. I might want that to grind it a little bit before going to the surface. All I have is one dirty book, but that's it. That's all I truly need. One book is the minimum. I wish I had more, of course, but I got the one book minimum covered. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the ceremony itself, of course, yeah. So I expected that only Minecrafters and YouTubers would show up, and that was actually surprisingly not the case. Not the case at all. And I can imagine that, yeah, a lot of agents have possibly, you know, wisely spotted that, you know, YouTube celebrity is a phenomenon that it is wise to capitalize on, because you know, it turns out that like children grow up. A lot of children are currently growing up watching more YouTube than they watch television. And I think that's perhaps because YouTube provides content that, you know, you choose exactly what you want to watch and when. And television right now, you know, that's not what it is. So obviously, you know, television series and dramas and various other productions have much bigger budgets, but you know, the YouTube experience can offer you the what you want when you want experience, and sometimes with a lot of the YouTube celebrities, you can have a more, how do you say, there's more interactivity. Like a lot of YouTubers interact with their audiences. Like, for example, if you leave comments under the episodes that you're watching right here on this channel, on this very channel, I'm likely to be replying to them as soon as I have the time to do so. So that's quite different than you know, George Clooney, who did not attend the event. By the way, if you were wondering, George Clooney was not, in fact, there. Sandra, his Gravity co-star, was there. Sandra Bullock. George Clooney, nowhere to be seen. Was not there. He was not there. Not that I'm resentful or anything. I don't think I expected him to be there. Honestly. All right. So we got 1.7 enchanting, and I have a 1.8 texture pack. So don't be mad. It's just game. Don't be mad. It's game. It's game. Do not be mad. But in any case, I was very, very surprised by who gave me the best PvPer of a 2015 prize. By which I mean, well, you know, every time there are awards, there's a guest person. Sometimes it's a guest of honor, or just a guest, or you know, someone who presents the award in the name of the organization that have selected the winners. Oh, see, I always mind the coal. Always mind the coal. It's one of the great lessons in life. Always mind the coal. I was quite surprised by who showed up to give me the best PvPer of 2015 prize award, which is, by the way, is a nice statue. And I was kind of expecting, oh yeah, it's gonna be, oh, okay. Oh, that must have been some epic fight right there. That must have been some epic fight. Hmm. All right. So, of course, with that event right there that has interrupted my story, you're left with a cliffhanger, and it was like, wait, you said you couldn't believe who it was that presented the award to you. And you know, it was a huge cliffhanger in this story that this tale that I'm regaling you with. And of course, in truth, oh, did I enchant my armor? Yes, I did. Okay. Did I have any stupid enchants on my armor? Yeah, I got it. It's a little bit too prot heavy, but whatever. Let's make sure we have a better that and a better bow. There you go. There you go. Oops. Okay. 1, excellent. Knockback 1, not as interesting. Not as... Oh. Did I? Okay. You could have never guessed by what I was trying to do that I won that award. So it was a huge cliffhanger, and instead of, like, resolving that cliffhanger, I just have moved on to other tasks. And you're just, like, watching the video, and you're like, Flues, damn it, stop wasting your time and tell me who it was. Tell me, I want to know, I need to know. I mean, and I'm like, well, you know, you need to learn patience, young Padawan. You need to learn to have patience. Let me grind flint as well before I leave, because I still have 7 more arrows, and I'm the type of guy that I'm afraid that I'm going to have to go on the surface here soon. I'm going to be looking for a new cave because I'm not happy with the amount of levels I have. But yeah, ceremony and presenter, and it's stunning. You're not going to actually believe who it was, but it was not a Hollywood celebrity. Of course, they did for the most part, except for President George W. Bush, who did present one of the awards. Everyone else was relevant, you know, to Minecraft and PvP. And the person who presented the award for Best PvPer of 2015, in a stunning turn of events, was showing up in person for the first time ever, was Etho of Etho's Lab. You might have heard of him. And I did not expect him to look like that. I admit that at some point, there's a mental image that you make in your head, and you end up thinking that's, you know, and perhaps you do that for me as well. You know, perhaps you're imagining, well, I suppose, by his voice and by his avatar and everything, Flues must look like this. And of course, you know, a lot of people saw what I really look like at those ceremonies. And they figured, okay, I never want to see Flues in a Speedo again on a Jamaican beach. Not Jamaican, but Bahama. I'm sorry for, I apologize to all the people of the Bahamas for saying that you are Jamaica. And I apologize to Jamaicans for saying that you are the Bahamas. I will not mix up your two countries ever again. In any case, yeah, so I'm not the kind of person that you want to see in a Speedo, unless you're, you know, a very special lady. You're not gonna you're not gonna be into that. However, you know, that doesn't mean, you know, I'm an eyesore or whatever. But you know, a lot of people, you know, said, oh, I thought that perhaps you'd be taller, because I'm only average height, right? Like I'm not 6'3". I'm not sneak snag or anything. Average height. That is all that's gonna be. And yeah, they were a little bit surprised that you know, that's not exactly how they thought I looked. But like on the other hand, you know, they weren't surprised. Like they did say, well, you know, you did warn us. You look like vintage beef, and you didn't lie. You sort of do look like a non-Portuguese vintage beef. You know, it's not entirely untrue. In any case. Long story short, yeah, Etho completely does not look like what I had imagined. And I'm not surprised, like, that he didn't, you know, attend any of the Minecons or anything before, because maybe he was self-aware of that fact. But in any case, we didn't actually get the chat. Like, he presented the awards, we shook hands. You know, that was, you know, I was just busy. I was too, actually at the time, I was just too busy just accepting the awards, because it was my moment, you know. It was not an Etho moment, it was a Foosmaker moment. So it was all about me, you know. There's that, every once in a while, you gotta have that moment, like, for you, that's for you, you know, about you. And I'm not saying, like, be a narcissistic douchebag that lives life in a completely self-centered manner. I'm saying that at some point in time, everyone needs some me time. And in that instance, yeah, that was some me time for Foosmaker. So it was not about Etho. So I wasn't like, okay, I might have in my acceptance speech. Made some "Who's that guy" comments, but I mean, I think everyone like understood that they were humor. Otherwise, I don't remember what was my speech. But if you Google best PvPer of 2015 awards and Floozemaker, I would imagine that by now, my acceptance speech and like someone probably filmed it and put it online at this point. Like there were a lot of YouTubers present, you know. So I figure someone filmed it because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'd be stunned if nobody had filmed it. All right, so we got our flint. I would love to have a little bit more, but 36 arrows is gonna be good for now. And now we're gonna begin a quest to find a new cave and levels. Exciting, right? Exciting, right? Apparently, I need to find a lot more room. Okay. Yeah, I do want to keep that. Don't really need that though. So let's dump. Let's dump. Okay, and let's move back. Oh, okay. Let's move back up. Oh, it's over here. Okay. You know what? We're gonna do it in roller coaster fashion. Roller coaster time because yeah. I was stuck on a little island, so I'm either gonna have to boat again. Boat again. Okay, I'm sorry. There you go. Oh, I hear a little more lava, by the way. Oh, okay. So if it's horseless, don't need this, and don't need this. There you go. Now I heard the lava over there. Oh, it's a little bit to this direction as well. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting closer now. Getting closer and closer. And that's the end of episode 3.